So welcome everyone. Today is going to be a very transformational session. And for that to happen, I would ask for your presence. Okay. Oh, welcome, Uzma. Yes, let's begin. Here are my 4 invitations for group coaching. Uh, for anyone who's new here, this is not going to be a mentorship session. I'm not gonna, talk a lot about a topic. I'll set some foundations for this for the start of this session, and then I'll be coaching live. Okay, people from my group in front of you. So this is going to be a coaching experience, not a mentorship experience. All right. And here are my 4 invitations before we begin. So number 1, don't coach the person after call. So if you know the other person who I'm going to coach on the call, uh, because this is going to be a vulnerable, intimate experience, right? I don't want uh, you to go back and coach the person again. They didn't ask for that. Okay. Number 2, listen very deeply. Create the insights for yourself. Ask yourself, what if Dipanshu were to speak about, let's say, t-shirts or chair for the next 1 hour? How can I still get what I'm looking for? Okay. So listen very deeply, listen closely, and create insights for yourself. Even if the speaker is going to speak about shoes for 1 hour, make sure that you get what you're looking for. Okay. Be so committed to that. The third invitation, choose compassion over judgment and choose insight over agreement. So compassion over judgment would mean whenever somebody is going to come and they're going to get coached, instead of looking them at, okay, they are doing this, they are not doing that, or in some way I am better or worse than them. Like either I'm better than them or I'm worse than them. That's judgment. Look at them with compassion, with curiosity. Okay. And second, choosing insight over agreement. It's totally fine if you don't agree with something I say. That's totally fine. But maybe find the reason why I'm saying this or how it can help someone. Okay. Look for the insight. And the fourth one, if it's possible to make this even more powerful, more tangible uh, conversation, because it's going to be a dialogue, it's better if you can turn on your cameras. If you can't, that's totally perfectly okay. But if you can turn on your cameras, keep your cameras turned on. All right. So before we move forward, take a minute and I want you to write it in the chat box. Whoever is watching this as a recording, I want you to type it in the comment box. Today, I want to create ... What do you want to create in this session? If this were to be the life-changing 1 hour for you, what would have you done in this 1 hour? So think it for a minute and then write it in the chat box. And meanwhile, welcome everyone who's joining in. So I'll be looking for your answers in the chat box or even in the comment box when I'm going to put up the recording. What do you want to create in the next 1 hour? Oh, please put that publicly, because I want this to be a shared vulnerability experience, right? So please don't send me a private message, share it with the group members. So Naveen said, I want to have knowledge how to pursue coaching as a business and help people with my services. Amazing. Uzma said, I want to create acceptance. Mohita said, I want happiness and need to have more clarity about my career. By the way, is my voice clear enough, or do I need to speak louder or something? Good. Okay, cool. Amazing. Um, what about you, Ishita? What about you, Kapil? What do you want to create in the next 1 hour? Because unless we make it a interactive session, it's not going to be as effective for you. Okay. So what are you looking to create in the next 1 hour? Are you there, Kapil and Ishita? We are waiting for your answers. Now, we have done these kind of group coaching sessions twice before this one. And I'm kind of turning it into, a series kind of thing. So the first one was, and I think I've shared that with individually with all of you. There's recording available on my YouTube channel. The first one was, what do you want to create? Okay. The second group coaching session, we're doing this once a month. The second group session that we did in March was, what do you need in this moment to create what you want to create, right? This session, I want to set the foundation as, what do you need to believe to create what you want to create? What do you need to believe in this moment? Okay. As I said, this is not going to be, a very information heavy session. But I'm going to start this by laying some foundation around this topic. Now, this is how things work. We have so many thousands and thousands of thoughts at any given moment in our head, right? When we repeat the same kind of thought over and over and over again, it becomes our belief. Okay. And the kind of belief we have then goes, wait a second, sorry. The kind of belief system we have creates or pushes us to, wait, let me choose the better word. Yeah. So the kind of belief system we have, okay, create the emotions we feel. And the emotions, the way we feel, eventually creates the action we do. So if you're not satisfied with your productivity, your happiness, your career, your relationship, we're going to start with the belief system, or even better, thoughts, right? We need to understand, what do we choose to believe in. The one biggest difference between people who are successful and people who are not successful, or people who are rich or people who are not poor, or people who can create their dreams or turn their dreams into reality versus people who only dream, is that they have different belief system. Okay. So one moment. Yes. Welcome, everyone. So I was talking about the belief system, right? So what do we choose to believe in? And different people have different beliefs. And here's where we're going to do a little activity. Okay. I want you to write it in the chat box. Answer to this. What are some negatives of getting rich? What are some negatives of getting rich? I'm going to take example of money because it's very tangible, and it's very something that we think about a lot, most of us. So let's start from there. What are some negatives of getting rich? Ishita and Simran, please type it in the chat box. What do you want to create in the next 60 minutes? Okay, that means that we can't think of any negatives. What about you, Mohita Uzma? You are more prone to robberies. Okay. What else? Better mindset. Oh, okay. So Ishita said, I want to create better mindset in next hour. Can you believe a little? Can you be a little bit more specific, Ishita? What kind of mindset? In what area of your life, maybe? So, and another fill in the blanks. More money makes people dot dot dot. Fill in the blanks. I'm looking for your answers. Greed is a negative that uh, can come with a lot of money. Okay. Not being able to manage the money. Okay. So fill in the blanks. More people, more money makes people dot dot dot. If you're watching this as a recording, put it in the comments. I'm looking for your answers. Tell me. So more success makes people dot dot dot. Fill in the blanks. Type it in the chat box. More success makes people dot dot dot. Egoistic. Okay. More success makes people egoistic. What else? In next hour, I'm expecting to have insights that could help me serve my clients better. Amazing. More success makes people carefree. Okay. More success makes people fulfilling life. Okay. Another one. I will have more money if dot dot dot. I'll have more money if. More success makes people loving and kind. How many of you believe this? More success makes people loving and kind. Anyone else? Okay. Cool. So tell me about this. I will have more money if dot dot dot. I'll have more money if I have more knowledge. Okay. I'll have more money if I work towards earning it. Okay. I'll have more money if I'm focused and manage money well. Okay. So Naveen said, I'll have more money if I have more knowledge about opportunities. Okay, cool. So here are some questions about the statements you have made so far. Because these are the belief system. A belief system is the way we choose to see the world. Okay. Right now you're able to, I've done this in my last few sessions. Right now you can see that there are, 3, 4 doors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 doors, right? So you can see these 4 doors behind me. So like there are some things in behind those 4 doors, but what you don't know is there's another door here. There's another door here. There is another laptop here. There is a ring light here. There's a Buddha here. So we have certain viewpoint how we see the world, right? And how we see the world or how we create this world is through our beliefs. That's why we have this session on what do I need to believe right now. Okay. So if you said that more money will make people more loving and kind, does that mean people who don't have money are not loving and kind? Is that so? If you said that, wait, yeah. So you said one negatives of having lots of money, being rich, is that you are prone to more robberies. Is that really the case, or could you be prone to like robberies even if you don't have a lot of money? Could that be the case? Could that be the case if you only have like 100 rupee note in your pocket and still someone goes and robs you? Can that happen? Right? So, yeah, you said more success will make people egoistic. Is that how philanthropists work? So we need to question what we choose to believe in. So all the answers you have given, the negatives of money could be the reasons that you don't have a lot of money in this moment. Because there's one part of your brain that says, okay, oh, more money will give me vacation, more, a good car, a great home. And there's a second part of your brain that says more money will make me worried about money, that I cannot manage it, or somebody will steal that money from me. So there's a contradiction. There's a fight between different parts of your brain. So you're not able to fully commit to growing what you want to grow. Does it make sense? Right? Okay. So I'm gonna let you stay with this thought. What am I choosing to believe in this world? Do I choose to believe that there's lots of goodness? Do I choose to believe that world is a very shitty place? Do I choose to believe that there is so much cruelty in the world? Do I choose to believe that I am here to contribute to the goodness? What do you choose to believe in? Do you choose to believe that money can be a great thing? Do you choose to believe that money can be a very stress giving thing? What do you choose to believe in? Right? And what do you need to believe in to create what you want to create? Okay. So, Ishita, would you like to come on?
Hi, sure. I just don't.
Sure. Let me just see how I can pin the both of us. Cool. How are you?
I'm good. Fine.
Okay. How can I help?
I am currently, like agreeing whatever you're saying maybe in the past few minutes. And I mean, I would like somehow to take this forward and, like just elaborate on that a little. And yeah, like more on this, like more on the money part.
Okay.
How to have a different mindset and like what you believe can change.
Okay. Are you aware of what you want to change, first of all?
A little, I think, yeah.
Tell us about it.
I feel I mean I want to attract money, but like, what are the blockages? I'm trying to figure that out, and like, how can I do that?
Okay. To other coaches in the room, here's what I did when she started with her first question. And I'm talking this for the coaches. You don't need to answer the first question that your client comes up with. Okay. It's always helpful to go with curiosity. I'm curious to know, where is this coming from? What do you mean by this? Can you elaborate? Tell me more, right? Because a lot of times their first question is not the actual question. Okay. So tell me more, Ishita. So you said you want to attract a lot of money, but you're not able to. What's the word you used?
I mean, I am struggling with it currently, and I feel maybe, like you said, there's a lot of belief that goes how you can attract it.
Okay.
And yeah.
So tell me about your relationship with money. How was it when you were growing up?
It is
Did
good.
you
Like,
did you have like easy flowing money in home, or did you have
yeah.
a lot of constraints?
No, at home, like, I mean, there wasn't like a मतलब कमी नहीं थी. मतलब we
Cool.
were sufficient. It was good. And personally, I feel, I used to like save a lot of money, and I used to have a lot of money as a kid. Now I'm kind of struggling. Like, yeah, I have a
What changed?
low paying job. So yeah, I think it's a struggle with that. Yeah.
What changed?
Changed. I mean, I started to spend money, so it's like I feel it's low. I mean, initially I used to save a lot, so I used to be happy about it. Now I'm spending, so it's going out. Matlab, the inflow is not as much as how much it's going out.
When did this change happen? When did you start spending lots of money?
I'd say when I started working, like almost 2.5 years, 3 years back.
Then what made you spend lots of money?
I mean, it's not like I spend a lot, but it's just that how much I earn is not like a lot, and which is why I feel, like yeah, like I need to just earn more. That's the thing. It's not like कि मेरे पास पैसे नहीं है. It's more like I'm not earning enough.
So there are three parts of money: earning, keeping, and growing. Are you there, Ishita? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, my screen froze.
There are three parts of money: earning money, growing money, and keeping money. What are you struggling with out of these three?
Earning.
Okay. Are you able to keep the money you are earning?
I mean, yeah, like I'm kind of investing in like keeping it. It's not like I'm spending a lot.
Understand. For the context, she and I have had conversation, so I know the background of her job, her salary, and all of that. So tell me, Ishita, what do you need to believe in this moment? What do you think what's the belief that can feel empowering to you?
Like I know, like I can start some other job, and I know I'll definitely earn more.
So
Just
what
not
would be
starting
that
there.
belief, like that one sentence belief? What would be that? In other words, if you had another Ishita part 2 in front of you, having the same kind of life right now, what would you tell her? Like in one or two sentences.
I'd just say ki, stop worrying about it and just switch your job and start working.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you some words and tell me if it resonates. If it doesn't, that's totally okay. Okay.
Mm.
Uh,
Okay.
there's no use of watering a dead seed. Sometimes the only answer is to move on.
Mm.
Would,
No,
would,
right. I agree. Yeah.
would that explain your situation?
Yeah.
Okay. Then what's the belief that can help you? Like, Ishita, I can do this. Do you believe you can do this?
Yeah, I definitely believe. In fact, I've been planning it for a while. It's just that I haven't done that. So yeah.
Where's the resistance then? You see, we talked about two parts of brain. One is empowering, one is, contradicting. So there's a fight.
Mm.
That's why we are not able to take actions, right? So where's the fight?
I feel there's not a fight, but I am acting towards it, but it's very slow. Like it's a very slow process at the moment. I'm kind of lagging behind, I feel.
Why is it slow?
I'm too lazy.
I don't accept that answer. I don't think you are.
No, I'm very serious about it. Like, I mean, yeah, taking very small steps, like
So one
जैसे
thing is,
अंदर से वो नहीं आ रहा है कि ये
one
भी
thing is
करो.
you are going slow. The other
Hmm.
thing is there is something that's pushing you back, and that's why you are slow. Which one is it?
I'm trying to think like what is pushing me back if it is.
Sure.
Like slow part I understand. Like I'm taking it very slowly. I don't know. Like, we've talked about it earlier also, that right opportunity, that perfectionism part and all. I mean, I'm just trying to figure things in my own head. And that is why I think it's going slow.
Hmm. Does that mean like perfectionism is something that's like slowing you down?
Yeah, like if I want it to be right. I don't want to be like the beach making.
It's like the to
It's
me that
it's not like
sounds
I don't have options, but I do have options, but I'm just trying to figure out what is right and when to take action.
totally understand. Uh, to me that sounds that you want some you need some belief around perfectionism or making progress, right?
Mm.
uh, One of my beliefs has been around perfectionism is that I'll always I'll always try choosing progress over perfectionism, over perfection. I choose progress over perfection because perfection would tell me that when I go to gym on day one, I need to pick up the right form. I need to pick up dumbbells very correctly. But that's
Yeah.
not how things are going to work. You're going to have very bad, form on day one.
Mm.
But progress, yes, you can definitely make progress. How does that sound to you?
Even for the progress part, I'm trying to think what is the right progress. It's always that thing in my mind. It has to be right. Like whatever opportunity I take or choose. Yeah.
Then how can you move forward? What do you want to do that will help you move forward?
No idea.
Okay. In terms of progress, what really helps is tracking very small steps. So if my progress that I want to have is, let's say, lose 10 kgs, like that's a goal I have. The progress would look like if I have started working out every day, or if I've started walking 10 minutes a day, or something very small and tangible. What can be that very small and tangible goal for you? Number one. Number two, can you believe that progress is better than perfection? Would that help you? Is that the belief you need in this moment? Because of time limitations, I know I can't go deeper than this, but
Yeah.
let's explore the perfectionism more in our private conversation.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you so much for showing up.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So, okay. Simran, are you there?
Yes.
Would you like to come?
Sure.
Welcome.
Am I visible?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So you mentioned that in the next hour, I'm expecting to have insights that could help me serve my clients better.
Yeah.
What have you observed from the conversation I had with Ishita?
A lot of things. A lot of things. First thing that I observed was that you explained yourself that not answering the first question that the client has. So you went deeper into the conversation by asking questions from her rather than giving her the solutions. You went deeper into her thoughts and her beliefs by simply asking questions, and then from not having money to getting to a point where she realized that her perfectionism is something that is stopping her from earning more, so she can make progress and get a better job and then earn more money. So that's what I observed from the conversation. And yeah,
what are you taking away for your own coaching?
From my own coaching, I would say that even I work on beliefs and I target beliefs the way you do, but the way you did with Ishita was bit better. The way you ask better questions. That's what I would say, that asking better questions.
How are they better? How are they better? Like, what was something that made them better?
They were quite direct and I would say on point. They were giving Ishita like a perfect direction, I would say, to think of. Okay. Right? Okay. So yeah, that way.
Okay. What else? Or do you have a question for me? How can I help?
Okay, if I talk about my coaching skills, I am improving. I think I'm improving day by day. But what I'm struggling with right now is, I think we had a discussion on that earlier as well. Sales, converting clients and making sales. So that's what I'm struggling with right now. So I would like some help on that.
Sure. So there are parts of a sales process. Okay. So one is you get a lot of cold audience. I'm going to talk in technical terms because I know you are open to it, right? So there is cold audience who do not know who Simran is or what is life coaching or anything around that. That's cold audience. Then there is warm audience who have read your post once or twice, who knows, a little bit who Simran is or something, or who knows what life coaching is, a little bit here and there. And then there is, hot leads, hot audience. That means they are ready to work with you. They are ready to work on their problem, right? And we need to convert these audience one step after the other. We need to convert from cold to warm, from warm to hot, and then from hot audience or hot leads to eventually clients, right? Where are you struggling most right now?
The last step.
Last step as in from hot audience to clients?
Yeah.
Okay. Does that mean you are having clarity calls and you're not able to sell? Is that so?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. What do you think? Why not able to make a sale?
One reason I think we again discussed earlier as well. I'm not sure if that is the reason. That can be the reason.
Okay.
As I don't push people much.
Okay.
So if the person is saying that he'll tell me, 2 days after the call or something like that, so I would say okay. I would not push the person to make a decision right now, or that way.
Okay. What if you don't need to push a person at all? What could
that's
be
what I
other
want.
reasons? What could be the other reasons then? What let's say maybe this could be a reason, maybe this is not a reason. Okay, but let's play with it.
Yes.
What if this is not the reason?
What if that's not the reason? Again, the other reason could be because I get good feedback. So the other reason could be that maybe they're happy with one session, but maybe they're not sure what to expect in more sessions, or how it can impact their life if they take 3 more sessions or 5 more sessions.
So you know what you want to do, right? You need to do.
Yeah, but yes, then how?
Tell them, elaborate. What will they get? You know that.
I do it, but maybe it's not reaching them in a way it should be.
What do you think? Why is it not reaching them the way it should be?
I don't know. There have been many calls where the client told me that they are very much interested in taking sessions, and yes, they are in. And then after a day or two, they get a mood swing or what, and then they tell me, okay, they'll think more. They want to think more or something like that.
Why do you think you are not able to communicate the message the way it should be communicated?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Take your time.
Maybe I'm rushing around when I'm having the conversation, or maybe I want to wrap it up early, or I'm not taking enough time, or I sometimes think that okay, I'm done with the session now. When I'm talking about sales, it should not take much time, or I should not take much time of theirs, or maybe. Because sometimes I've observed I have been thinking like this.
Yeah. Do you believe sales is equal to pushy?
I don't want to believe in it, but sometimes observing things around and watching and observing how people sell, I have observed that they are little pushy sometimes.
Did you feel that in my case?
I would say again,
Not the group program,
Okay.
but the one-on-one.
I would not say it was too pushy, but you were, contacting me a lot of times because after we had our first conversation, and by the time I decided to work with you, there were few months gap. So in that
Yeah.
time, you were, reaching out to me with your content, and
Yeah.
you have been asking that if I need help, in that
Did
way.
you feel supported, or did you feel spammed?
No, I would not say spammed, but yes, I was feeling supported. At the same time, I was also feeling that okay, this person actually wants to sell something. But then when I decided to work with you, was like it's okay if he's selling. I'm looking for help, and if he can help me, and also if it could have a benefit for him.
That
So what's the loss?
that very thought that let me see if they can help me with what I need. That's the sale process. That's it. I'm obviously, when I was in that enrollment process with you, it wasn't that I was selling you, some cheap marketing thing or something. Obviously, I was selling you something that you needed.
Yeah.
Right? What if you go in your sales conversations with the very same thought, with the very same belief that sales is a very divine activity, and
Yeah.
I'm here to make sure that I question each and every belief you have. So sometimes being pushy means buy it now, buy it now. Sometimes that's how pushy looks like. The other times there's some misunderstanding or miscommunication around being pushy in sales, which is in fact questioning your prospects' beliefs. So they say that I don't have money. So like, are you sure you don't have money? You just mentioned you bought ABC things, or you have a salary of this. Are you sure you're not ready to invest this amount? Okay, so you're ready to invest in 6 months. What's going to change in 6 months? What if we could do that right away? Okay, so you said you'll have more money in 6 months. How much money do you have right now? What if we could get started right away? What if by the end of 6 months you already have lots of growth? Okay, so you said you don't have time. Tell me about your week. Tell me about your weekends. Can you take out 15 minutes a day? Can you take out 5 minutes a day? Does that sound pushy to you? Be honest.
No, but the first part was like a bit getting into their money, where they're spending and all. And
Sure. There are levels of intimacy. There are levels of intimacy for sure. To be honest, it came out. I haven't used it yet. I have definitely asked them, where is your money? Where is your money going? So you said you don't have money, but you're already earning good. Do you really want this transformation? If yes, I'm here to help. I'm here to have this conversation. Are you open to having this conversation? And one thing. Second thing, the moment they say no, I do not accept the first no. I tell them that either I could accept your first no, or we could have some conversation for another 5 minutes, and maybe there is a way out of it. And maybe there isn't. So this no stays as it is. But maybe there is a way. Maybe I could offer you something. So you don't have money right now. Totally understand. I totally relate to that. Okay. But do you have money, like let's say $10, 1,000 rupees? Yes, let me recommend you 2 books. So what I'm very curious to know about is what fear do you have in yourself, Simran, that's showing up in your sales conversations?
One can be because I have recently increased my prices. I'm having good sales before that, but then I have doubled my prices, and now I'm not getting much sales, even though I'm getting good reviews. So one thing that's that scares me is that if I could be able to add that much value in their life, you know, as much as I'm asking for. Yes, I get it, and I question it
Are you
every
doing
time.
it?
And
Are you adding that kind of value?
yeah, in the first session, obviously, and then yeah, they don't buy from.
Sure. So
Yeah,
here's something I'll tell everyone who's watching or who's watching the recording. Simran is in this business for 4 or 5 months, I think, now,
yeah,
right?
4
So
months.
definitely we need to improve on almost all the aspects, right? Because we are relatively new in this field.
Yeah,
Yes, you need to be learning more about your coaching skills, but at the same time I have seen you coaching, like not literally, but I have seen you coaching yourself. I have seen the conversations you are having with yourself, right? So I do understand somewhat the kind of coaching you offer, right? This struggle you have is about the sales.
yeah.
What do you need to believe right now that will help you move forward?
Maybe the first thing would be that I deserve the money I'm asking for.
Yes.
And the next thing, yes, would be like having a conversation around, uh, yes, how I offer is like, this is what I offer, what's your answer? And then they tell me yes or no, you know. But what, as you said, having a conversation around it, I don't do it quite often. It's like, your choice, your decision. I'm like that. I'm not at all pushy. And having a conversation around it, that okay, why do you think
I
you
want you
can't?
to be very conscious with your words. I'm interrupting very mindfully, Simran.
Yeah, yeah,
So, yes, maybe let's not be pushy at all, but let's be service oriented. Let's be
yeah,
curious.
yeah,
Let's be very helpful, very supportive. And that would mean having a conversation with person who says that, you know what, I just lost so much of money and I have so here's something. If you're jumping on a Zoom call, I cannot believe that you don't have 100 rupees. I simply cannot believe that. And if you have 100 rupees, I can recommend you a good book. That's as simple as that. Right? What if you don't have to be pushy? What if you have to be only service oriented? Now, another question I would want you to ask to yourself is, do you feel that it's pushy because you don't believe in your services enough? Is that why
yeah.
you
That's
feel it's pushy?
yeah. See, that's what the first thing I told you, right? I mean, somewhere I think that maybe, um, would I be able to add that much more of value
Will
for
you
the
be able
amount I'm
to?
asking? Yes, it's quite new to me. I just doubled my prices, so yeah, even I am adjusting to it. I'm getting comfortable with it.
Cool. So you know what you need to believe right now.
Yeah.
Any follow-up questions for that?
No, for now, I think I've got what I needed. We'll talk about this more in the private conversation. Thank you.
Thank you. So everyone, write down in the chat box, my biggest insight from this session was ... My biggest insight was ... Anyone else who has a question? I have a couple of minutes more. So there is always a reason for every belief we hold, and answers are all within ourselves if we explore enough. Amazing. My biggest insight was it was a matter of beliefs, everything literally, money and sales. It is, yes. My biggest insight from the session was we have to keep asking the clients in supporting way questions so they can figure out answers themselves. Yes. Thoughts are powerful and decides what we ultimately do. Amazing. Amazing. Any questions or are we ready to go? So go on, Naveen.
Dipanshu, this is my first call, and I need to know how I can proceed in the coaching business. I don't know anything about the coaching business. I have already viewed the learning 101, coaching 101 session which you have provided, but
Okay.
I want to know how I can proceed. What should be the first step? What I can do? You have given me the blog. In that blog, it was written the steps, but I need some clarification. What you have done and what we can proceed. Please guide us.
So I do have very limited time, Naveen. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you, what do you need to get started? Because you have the information you need. What do you need?
First of all, I just need to know what I have to coach. The thing is,
The topics?
how client will come to me.
I talked about that in the links and videos I sent you. So it's not about the knowledge. I know that for sure. What's something that's stopping you? It's not the knowledge. I know.
No, the thing is, how I will get a client.
I've sent the article to you about that.
Yeah, you have sent the article, but in the article, the first step is reach the personal contacts.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to reach the person who don't know me. Is it possible, and how can I go?
Why not the person who know you?
Because what I am doing in personal coaching sessions, that the person who are knowing me are my friends, and that is my friend circle. And the thing which we are doing in coaching session, in a paid version, I am already doing with my friends, and that is not something.
There must be some professional networks with you, right? People who are not exactly friends, but who are professionals in your network. Or I know you and I are a part of WhatsApp group as well, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you start there?
You mean to say
here's something, Naveen. I'm going to be very creative with you, because I have shared that knowledge with you. So I know you have the knowledge to get started. I don't doubt it. But I also understand it's very scary to get started, right? So what if you were to coach your first person within the next, let's say, 1 week? Now go to Google, go to YouTube, do all the searches you need to do, and find out the answer to how can I coach my first client within a week. Here's something that's changing for you. Before this, let's talk about this after you have done that. Okay, let's talk about it in our next session. Okay, so in next 1 week, have this target that you are going to coach first person. Any question you have, type it in Google. Okay. How do I reach out to new people as my coaching clients? Whatever is coming to your mind. Okay, let's have a conversation after 1 week again.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for everyone who showed up. I really appreciate your presence here. Whoever is joining us in the recording or YouTube, I appreciate your commitment to growing yourself. I appreciate your work. And I really loved this definition of growth. I've recently learned it from another coach 2-3 days ago. And why I'm doing whatever I'm doing is because I want to grow more. And by that, I mean, I want to grow my capacity to love more. I want to help others to grow their capacity to love more. Okay. So something to think about. How can I love myself more? How can I love you more? All right. Thank you so much. And I'll see you soon again. Bye-bye.